Hi, my name is Farina. I have fulfilled all my dreams so far, with the latest and biggest being to live and work down under. I'm quite proud of that, to be honest, because it's been a big one and I made it happen. Now I'm here taking you on the journey of me realizing my next level dream. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I'm going to show you the behind the scenes, what realizing your next level dream actually is all about. Because the market is saturated with content about people showing the before and after, but what about the in between? The reason why no one's showing it is because the in between isn't fun. It's not the Insta worthy stuff you want to put out there. It's literally looking like my table over there, messy, but it's real, it's authentic, and I wouldn't want it any other way, because it's in between that I hate, absolutely hate, is gonna get me where I'm headed. And that's why it's worth it. What does going after your next level dream really look like? Well, in my case, it looks a lot like sporadic living and being fine with it, because you already know it's not gonna be a forever thing. You will be living at a different location in a couple of months from now anyway. So why put too much time, effort, energy, and money into your current situation? Of course, I always try to make it myself as nice as possible, but going after your next level is a lot about being okay with not feeling okay. You will have to be okay with working a lot, doing a lot of things that you normally wouldn't or don't like to be doing, because you know that these are the things that actually get you forward. Because just think about it. If you would continue doing what you've been doing up until this point, would you actually achieve your goal? Would that actually get you closer toward your next level? Very likely it wouldn't. Otherwise, you'd already be there, wouldn't you? So you will have to change your routines. You will have to change your behavior, the person you are. I'm currently working a lot, saving up as much as I can, because I have a goal and I know where I'm headed. That is not always easy. That is not always nice. That is, in fact, very, very lonely, because I'm also very selective about the people and things I currently let into my life, because I know that I cannot afford letting in the wrong ones. I know that I need to be very focused and disciplined. So all I'm currently doing really is work, is focus, is content creation, is going to the gym, taking my dog for walks, eating as clean as possible, and consuming as little content as possible online, or only consuming the kind of content I know will get me closer toward my next level. Yes, going after your next level certainly is not always fun, and it's not meant to be. But think about it. Going to the gym isn't fun either. I don't have fun walking on the treadmill, like sweating my bum off and it feeling tough, and me feeling like, I actually rather would want to be in the sauna right now or on the sofa. It's not fun, but I'm doing it for a certain reason. I'm doing it for a goal. I know what it will get me in the long run. It will get me a nice figure. It will get me like into shape. It will make me feel good about myself. It will make me feel healthy and actually be healthy. It will make me be a better human being, because a human being that is taking care of their physical health is so much more likely gonna make better decisions in their life. And going after your next level dream is quite the same, because you're not doing it for instant pleasure. You're in it for the delayed gratification, meaning that in the future, like where you had it, there is a version of you living your absolute best life, and that version is worth all the sacrifices you are making right now. And that is exactly what differs you, someone who's actually gonna achieve their goals and will reach their next level for sure, from the ones who are not. Because 99% of people are not willing to make sacrifices. 99% of people do want to stay in their comfort zone, rather than doing the kind of things that do feel uncomfortable right now, but will make them live their best life in the future. Before I moved to Australia in 2023, there were so many months, weeks, years even, where I had to put in the work, where I had to save up the money. Even though I didn't really move with too much money in my bank account, to be honest, I felt alone a lot. And back then, I didn't even realize that I was already intuitively doing the right thing. At the time, I thought, though, that I was kind of an outcast. I even felt a bit alien, to be honest, because everyone around me was like living such a different life to the one I was. My days didn't look fun. My days looked a lot like I didn't even have a dog at the time, so I was alone a lot. But I always had this vision in my mind. And then one day I felt like enough is enough. If I'm gonna wait even one day longer, like I'm just gonna lose my nuts. Because I already knew that I wanted to go to Australia. I just was terrified of trying again and it potentially not being my thing anymore. But I finally had the courage to book a one-way ticket to Sydney, and 2-3 weeks later, I already was on my way down there. And that is another thing that going after your next level is all about. You do a lot of stuff that looks quite messy on the outside. I remember it looking like, so like, what the F is she actually doing for my family when I told them I was gonna fly to Australia again? Well, yeah, what are you gonna do there? I have no idea, but I will figure it out. Well, do you have enough money? No, I don't, but I will figure out a way to make more money. What if it doesn't work out? Well, I don't know yet. But instead of focusing on the what ifs, I told myself, okay, even if I will fail, I will find a way to be okay with that. I will find a way to feel successful, to feel happy, to feel like, at home at some place in the world. Because I was actually terrified to not feeling home in Sydney anymore and then not knowing where I belong at all anymore. Even if I can't find a way to make money initially, I will eventually, because I have two healthy hands. I have so many skills and qualities, experience, expertise that I gained over the years of running my own business and educating myself. I will figure it out. Even if XYZ happens, I will find a way to eventually reach my goal. And the goal was always to feel happy and fulfilled, and like my truest, most beautiful self. Because ever since I first met her in Australia, when she was standing in front of Uluru, something was activated in me and I could never return to less again, at least not long term. I did. I lost my spark. But that's a whole nother story. So to sum things up, going after your next level isn't fun and games. It's hard. It's about the work you put in behind the scenes, the work no one sees, but is the kind of work that actually gets you closer toward your next level. It is the subtle things in your everyday. It is working when you don't feel like it. It is getting up and going to the gym when you don't feel like it. It is making a call even when you're not in the mood. It is about saying no a lot, because you literally cannot afford to say yes too much, especially not to the wrong people who are not supporting you, uplifting you. It is about feeling alone a lot because of that, because you will have to be very intentional about who you let in your space, your energy. Most of all, it is about being okay with not feeling okay for some time, until you do again. Look, when I lived in Melbourne, I literally lived my best life. I had the most amazing apartment, beautiful, big, spacious, modern, everything. Like, it was just perfect in all the ways. I had great work, a lot of work. I had great opportunities, great people around me. I spent a lot of time outdoors, which I love, a lot of time in the sun, which I need and love. And now, back here, I don't have all that. And only a couple of years ago, there was a version of me who wasn't able to hold that in-between space. She wanted quick pleasure instead of delayed gratification. She wanted to feel happy now. She wanted to feel fulfilled now. So she would go for the things that would give her that quick satisfaction now. But these things never lasted. And these things would be, yes, fun and games in the moment, but not long term. The version I became over the past 2 years, and especially the past couple of months, is now a woman who is okay with not having and being it all right now. Because I know where I'm going. I know who I am. I know that I'm already mentally, emotionally, non-physically being the version I need to be in order to physically experience and live my next level. But for that to actually manifest into my life, I need my reality to catch up. And that takes some time, depending on how much you can embody where you headed now. If you enjoy this kind of content, stick around, because I'm definitely gonna take you along on my journey of realizing my next level dream. Thank you so much for watching today, the Queen of Dreams.